The Dodgers received shocking news in their upcoming game against the Diamondbacks. Will Smith was suddenly absent from the starting lineup and unable to play. The reason was far more dramatic than anyone could have imagined. According to sources close to the team, a major brawl had broken out within the Dodgers clubhouse, and Will Smith was at the center of the controversy. This wasn't just a minor disagreement. This was a full-blown conflict that shook the entire organization to its core. On the day the lineup was announced, media personnel were completely stunned to see Will Smith's name nowhere to be found on the roster. The veteran catcher, who has been a cornerstone of the Dodgers' success for years, was conspicuously missing. This news spread anxiety not only among reporters but also throughout the baseball community. Fans couldn't understand what was happening. Social media exploded with questions and speculation. What could possibly cause the Dodgers to bench one of their most reliable players right before a crucial divisional game? When the starting lineup for the Diamondbacks game was released this morning, everyone was greatly surprised to see that Will Smith's name was absent. This wasn't a planned rest day. This wasn't a minor injury situation. Something serious had happened behind closed doors, and the Dodgers organization was scrambling to control the narrative before it spiraled out of control. Freeman spoke to reporters before the game and admitted that he was very surprised by the decision. Freeman said that the first thing that came to his mind was confusion about what could have led to such a drastic move. He was particularly concerned about the team chemistry, which had been so strong throughout the season. Many people couldn't help but feel anxious when Smith, who always wants to compete and contribute, was suddenly removed from the lineup without any prior warning. Immediately afterward, all the questions from the press were focused on manager Dave Roberts, who was expected to explain the background of this surprising decision. The Dodgers clubhouse, usually a place of unity and professional focus, had become the site of something no one wanted to talk about publicly. Reporters pressed for answers, but the initial responses were vague and carefully worded. After the game preparations began, manager Dave Roberts directly addressed the most talked-about question regarding Smith's sudden benching. The Dodgers manager revealed that Smith was scheduled to catch in the game as usual yesterday. However, the situation changed dramatically when an internal incident occurred that required immediate organizational intervention. According to reports, a heated confrontation had broken out in the clubhouse, and Smith was involved in a physical altercation with teammates. Roberts confirmed that the Dodgers have officially removed Smith from the active lineup for disciplinary reasons. This is a serious measure taken due to conduct that violated team standards and the professional atmosphere the organization demands. He emphasized that this was purely a team discipline decision and unrelated to any injury or performance issue. When asked about the specific details of what happened, Roberts declined to elaborate, saying only that internal matters would be handled internally and that the focus needed to remain on the game ahead. The manager's carefully chosen words did little to satisfy the curiosity of reporters and fans alike. What exactly had happened? Who else was involved? And most importantly, what would this mean for the team's chemistry moving forward? Mookie Betts revealed that after the incident, almost everyone on the team was affected by what had transpired, and that tensions had been building for several days before finally boiling over. Betts said he noticed unusual energy in the clubhouse and that Smith seemed unusually agitated in recent practices. When asked what specifically triggered the confrontation, Betts declined to provide details but acknowledged that professional athletes sometimes let emotions get the better of them under the pressure of a championship season. Betts revealed that it was all so sudden that many Dodgers personnel were caught completely off guard when the situation escalated. Just hours before what should have been a normal game day, the clubhouse erupted into chaos. According to witnesses, voices were raised, accusations were made, and before anyone could intervene properly, the situation had turned physical. To be honest, it's something none of us wanted to see happen, Betts said with a serious expression. We're a family here, and families sometimes have disagreements. But we also know that there are lines that can't be crossed, and when they are, there have to be consequences. According to the players, everyone was shocked by Smith's removal from the lineup, but the organization made it clear that team standards and professionalism would be maintained at all costs. His teammates understood that accountability is essential, even when it involves one of the team's most important players. Shortly after it was confirmed that Will Smith had been benched, an even more shocking development occurred. Local media captured images of a new face arriving at Dodger Stadium. According to eyewitnesses at the scene, an unfamiliar catcher was seen entering the facility with Dodgers executives and team officials. Unlike a typical visiting player, this individual was accompanied by what appeared to be agents and legal representation. Many reporters stated that this newcomer appeared confident and ready for business. Sources say that this was likely a planned signing that had been in the works for some time, but the timing seemed almost too coincidental given the sudden controversy surrounding Smith. For the organization, this moment represented both a crisis and an opportunity to strengthen the roster with fresh talent and renewed commitment to excellence. Sources close to the Dodgers say the front office had been evaluating catching options for several weeks, recognizing the need for depth at the position. The intensity of competition in the National League West demanded that every position have quality backup options. What no one expected was that this backup plan would need to be activated so dramatically and so suddenly. Within hours of Smith's benching, the Dodgers made an official announcement that sent shockwaves through the baseball world. The organization had signed a new catcher to a 5-year contract worth significant money. This wasn't a minor league call-up or a temporary solution. This was a major organizational commitment that signaled the Dodgers were serious about moving forward, with or without Will Smith in the picture. The new catcher, whose identity had been closely guarded throughout the negotiation process, was introduced at a hastily arranged press conference. Team president Andrew Friedman stood alongside the new signing and explained that the organization had been monitoring this player's development for quite some time. The opportunity to bring him into the Dodgers family represented a strategic move that would strengthen the team both immediately and for years to come. Friedman carefully avoided directly connecting the signing to Smith's disciplinary situation, but the timing spoke volumes. The 5-year commitment showed that this wasn't a panic move or a temporary patch. The Dodgers were investing in a long-term solution at one of baseball's most important defensive positions. After the official signing was announced, the most dramatic moment was yet to come. According to multiple sources within the organization, Shohei Ohtani, the Dodgers' biggest star and highest-paid player, personally addressed Will Smith about the incident. This wasn't a public spectacle or a media event. This was a private conversation between two professionals, but word of it quickly spread through the clubhouse. Sources say that Ohtani, known for his quiet demeanor and focus on performance rather than drama, felt compelled to speak directly to Smith about the expectations that come with wearing a Dodgers uniform. According to those familiar with the conversation, Ohtani didn't raise his voice or create additional conflict. Instead, he calmly but firmly explained that the team's success depends on every player putting the organization ahead of personal emotions. Ohtani reportedly told Smith that talent alone isn't enough at this level. Championship teams require discipline, professionalism, and the ability to control one's emotions even in the most stressful situations. The Japanese superstar emphasized that fans, teammates, and the entire organization depend on each player to maintain the highest standards both on and off the field. Those who witnessed the exchange said it was a powerful moment. Ohtani, despite being relatively new to the Dodgers organization compared to Smith, commanded respect through his own impeccable conduct and world-class performance. When someone of Ohtani's caliber speaks, everyone listens. Smith reportedly accepted the admonishment without argument, recognizing that he had let down his teammates and the organization. Freeman, who has taken on a leadership role in the clubhouse, later spoke about the importance of accountability at the major league level. He acknowledged that every player, regardless of tenure or past contributions, must be held to the same standard. Freeman praised the organization for handling a difficult situation decisively while also expressing hope that Smith would learn from this experience and eventually return to contribute positively. The team's response to the incident sent a clear message throughout the organization. No player is above the team. No individual's emotions or personal conflicts can be allowed to undermine the collective mission of winning championships. The Dodgers had built a culture of excellence, and protecting that culture sometimes required difficult decisions. As news of both Smith's benching and the new catcher's signing spread throughout baseball, analysts began weighing in on what this meant for the Dodgers' postseason aspirations. Some questioned whether the team could maintain chemistry after such a public disciplinary action. Others praised the organization for refusing to tolerate behavior that could poison the clubhouse environment. The new catcher, meanwhile, found himself thrust into an unexpectedly dramatic situation. What should have been a celebratory moment, signing a 5-year contract with one of baseball's premier organizations, was now colored by controversy and internal conflict. In his first comments to the media, the new signing handled the awkward situation with grace, saying he was simply focused on contributing wherever the team needed him and that he had tremendous respect for everyone in the organization, including Will Smith. Manager Dave Roberts, addressing reporters after the initial storm had somewhat settled, acknowledged that the situation was far from ideal but expressed confidence that the team would emerge stronger. He praised Ohtani's leadership in addressing the situation directly and commended the entire roster for maintaining focus despite the distraction. Roberts also left the door open for Smith's eventual return, emphasizing that the organization believes in second chances for those who demonstrate genuine accountability and growth. In the days following the incident, Smith reportedly met with team officials, including Roberts and Friedman, to discuss the situation and the path forward. While details of those conversations remain private, sources indicated that Smith expressed remorse for his actions and acknowledged that he had failed to live up to the standards expected of a Dodgers player. The organization, while maintaining its disciplinary stance, also provided resources to help Smith address whatever underlying issues may have contributed to the confrontation. The new catcher's first appearance in a Dodgers uniform came sooner than anyone expected. With Smith sidelined, he was inserted into the starting lineup for the crucial series against the Diamondbacks. The pressure was immense. Not only was he making his Dodgers debut, but he was doing so under circumstances that had generated intense media scrutiny and fan debate. As the team prepared to move forward, the incident served as a stark reminder that even the most talented rosters can be derailed by internal conflict if not addressed decisively. The Dodgers' willingness to bench a key player and simultaneously invest in a long-term replacement demonstrated an organizational philosophy that prioritizes culture and accountability over short-term convenience. Thank you for watching. Please share your thoughts in the comments section about this dramatic situation. Do you think the Dodgers made the right decision? Can Will Smith redeem himself and return to the team? What do you think about Ohtani's leadership in this difficult moment? Subscribe to our channel for more interesting and up-to-date information about your Los Angeles Dodgers.